Hey, the Thabreakmasta here, and it's going to be my AKB0048 episode 7 review. A really good episode. I really enjoyed this. A lot of stuff happened in this episode, from Cherry to Kaneda to people getting butthurt in this episode. It was all good. It was all good. Good entertainment. So basically this episode starts off with Nagisa. We end up seeing Nagisa. She wakes up like, good morning, and she apparently has a bunch of pictures of Yuko. Apparently she wants to succeed Yuko. That's what she wants to do, and that's why she's like, I'm a big Yuko fan all of a sudden, and everything like that. And someone said that to her and everything like that. And basically the episode starts off with that. But I will also say that we end up seeing Sonata. She ends up coming in the room like, hey everybody, and she wearing this little cute looking bear outfit. I liked it. I like it. I don't know why she was popping like a frog, but she has a bear outfit. It was cute. I liked it a lot. And so then this is where things get kind of interesting with this episode. Apparently the AKB understudies are gonna become stand-ins for the successors. Some successors are gonna be going somewhere else or doing something else, and so they need stand-ins. Yuko needs a stand-in, Takamine needs a stand-in, and some other girl needs a stand-in. I can't remember what the other girl name is, but yeah. So this is gonna be and the choices for the stand-ins are very, very interesting. One of the stand-ins for the stand-in for Takamine is none other than Kaneda. She finally gets her chance, because these stand-ins they're not just regular stand-ins. They actually be on stage, dancing on there, singing and everything, and being in the limelight and in the danger too. So it's gonna be really, really interesting that they chose these characters and they're gonna be on stage. This is a big deal. And so Kaneda does not the successor, but the stand-in for Takamine, and then the stand-in for Yuko. And everyone was thinking like, oh, it could be Nagisa, you know, probably thinking that. But no, it was Cherry that got chosen to be Yuko's stand-in. And I was like, really? It was kind of interesting to even see this generation even get a chance to already be on stage like that. You know, it's so soon. And I was like, I was surprised. And so did freaking the 76 generation was surprised as well. They got all butthurt, like, what's going on here? We've been here much longer. We did all this stuff. We worked harder. We should be better than them. And it's like, it's not based off of, you know, who's been longer, who's been here longer, and blah blah blah. You know, it's all a pure skill, and she got skill. And so he's like, sit your butts down, 76 generation. They all butthurt, you know, all sad, like, I can't believe we're getting choking. I'm like, man, get out of here. And so Cherry is actually chosen in this, and so that leads to them doing some practicing. Basically, they start dancing and everything like that. They're actually pretty good too. The funny thing is they get their own animation style. You know, the whole quirky animation that looks kind of funky, but it's good. I like it. And so Kaneda was actually perfect. Actually, she didn't really mess up anything. She just made her the timing is the whole point. And for Cherry, only thing that's problem with her is her facial expression. She's just like a stone wall. Her face is just like still. It doesn't change. So it's like, you need to show emotion. Show some emotion, and you're good. You know. So yeah, she gets her whole thing. And so then the understudies, other like Nagisa, Orin, and the rest of them, they end up having a day off basically, because they don't have to do anything at this point, because they have to wait for them to get trained and whatnot. So they can't do anything. And so they have a day off, and so they're gonna go eat together and everything like that, right? And they end up running into the 76 generation in this room, because they're gonna go eat in that room. And so the 76 generation was there, and they're like, what's going on? What you guys doing? And so they end up like, okay, this is kind of awkward. We gotta get out of here. And so they end up eating outside, and then Sana says like, this is stupid. I don't want to get outside. It's all annoying. Let's go sing or something. Let's go do something. And so they end up going to do some karaoke, and then they use that as a form of actually training, because they're thinking like, you know, this is a good break and anything like that. But they're all they're singing a lot of AKB. All the songs are AKB songs. They couldn't sing any other songs. So it's like, this is good training for them actually. Which one of the girls said. I think it's the girl with the glasses. That guy has green hair. She's like, this is actually good training. You should actually do this. And so that's why they all started singing together and started doing some training basically. And so as that was all going on and everything like that, that's it. 76 generation gotta get butt hurt. But before that, this is the cute part about Cherry's in this episode. She ends up following Yuko. She becomes a stalker all of a sudden. She follows Yuko and does everything she does basically. She's walking by, she's drinking something, so she does the same thing. She ends up doing like this, ooh, sexy, in this in the mirror and everything. That's what Yuko does. And so then Cherry does the same thing. I'm like, Cherry, this is so out of like Cherry's personality. She's like so stiff and timid and so serious. And she's trying to be more cutesy, and it just was really nice to see her like that in this episode too. It's really cute. She's so much more vulnerable than ever before, as you see in this episode. And so she's like, I'm sexy. And she's looking all like blushing and all shy and everything. And she thought no one was looking at her, right? No, Nagisa came and she's like, hey, what are you doing? And she's like, no, it's not what you think it is. And so, I also got to mention that Nagisa was actually bothered for the fact that that Cherry was the successor, not the successor, but the stand-in for Yuko, because she wanted to be the stand-in for Yuko, but she didn't get chosen, so she was kind of bothered, and she never said congratulations to her. But she's like, I didn't realize I didn't say congratulations to you, so she said congratulations to Cherry, and she's like, I'm glad for you to actually be able to do this and everything like that. And so their relationship, their friendship's okay, they're okay. And so then Cherries are coming home. This is where the freaking 76 generations but her attitude comes in. She's like, hey, you, Cherry, you're hiding something, aren't you? You're hiding something, aren't you? Oh, you know what is this? And so this is where I was like kind of surprised, actually. Apparently, Cherry's father is the person that makes those death machines. Those machines that come and attack the AKB successors. They're dancing and they have to fight those off. Like, this is what it's like. What the heck, So it's just they thought, oh, you're a spy, aren't you? You're a spy, huh? You're a spy. You're only in here so you can freaking watch us, so you can give information to your father, and then blah blah blah. And so, Kaneda ends up coming because if you know her past, Kaneda lost her father to the death, and so that was like ooh, and she ends up hearing about this. So then that made Cherry just leave. She just ended up running away because she was like, what was going on? It's just like this messed up. And so then next day happens, there's supposed to be some practice for the whole, stand-in, dancing and everything like that, right? And Cherry didn't come. And so then Kaneda's like, I need to go get Cherry because she needs to come for these practices and everything like that. But then the dance instructor's like, no, you shouldn't go. You have your own duty. You have your own duties to fulfill right now. You're gonna be a stand-in for Takamine. You gotta be here, and this is gonna be your chance to succeed. And she's like, I know this is good and all, and this is my duty, but my duty comes first. My watching these kids, basically, these understudies is my duty first before this. And she had to choose this, then goes to get Cherry. I was like, wow. She actually goes to get Cherry, and she finds Cherry in her room packing her stuff. She's gonna leave, and she's like, what do you think you're doing? And it's like, I'm not supposed to be here. It's not right for me to be here. I see what my father's doing. I'm pretty sure everyone thinks that I'm a spy. I might as well just leave. And she's like, no, you shouldn't leave. It's not time to be doing that. As you all know, is that I lost my father during from those deaths and everything like that. And that made Cherry like, what the heck? Like, she's like, was shocked by that. But she's like, now I always wanted to avenge my father because of this, but I don't want to just do that anymore. I want to become a successor. I want to do something more. What's your words basically snapped me out of my senses, because before, remember, she was only doing for revenge and whatnot, and then she was like, I need practice from the higher understudies that have been here longer. They have more experience than I do, and I hope they treat me well. Basically, that's what she said, and so that made her realize she needs to act better. And so Cherry has to start crying because of that, because she's like, and you never see Cherry cry. It's the first time she cries, and so she was really emotional scene. It was really nice to see. And Cherry just breaks down like that. It was all nice, and Kaneda is really showing her leadership through this, and she has leadership as Takemine, and she does a really good job at it. And so Cherry ends up walking in, messing with the whole mood. Not Cherry, but Nagisa ends up coming in and messing with the whole mood, and it was stupid. It was funny. And so then the other thing that was really happening in this episode was the Successors wanted to know, how did they choose Successors in the first place? I'm really curious about that. And that's kind of interesting that the Successors didn't know this. And so then my Yuko, and some other, there's two other girls. I can't remember the names at the moment. But they're all spying on Tsubasa, and Tsubasa goes to that place where Sensei is, that entity that we don't even know who that is. And so they end up going in there, and they end up seeing these visions. Basically, they show the original Takamine and the original AKB people, basically, right? And then they show them, then they show the Successors. That's how it goes. And so then it showed Yuko, and it showed the past success, like the original Yuko to the Yuko we see now. And then we end up seeing Takamine. You see the original Takamine? We don't see the Takamine we see now. We see Kaneda as Takamine now. And it's like, what the heck? And so that made Takamine like, what's going on? The original Takamine we see right now? She's like, what's going on here? And so then Tsubasa's like, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to see this. And so apparently these Kirara thingies end up choosing Successors through who has the most soul that goes with the original Takamine. That's how they choose Successors, basically. And so, like I said, that bothered Takamine to a point where she just slapped Tsubasa's hand like, "Don't touch me!" And she's like, "I can't believe this," and she just ends up leaving. And so then the other girls are all getting frustrated and mad too. She's like, she's the one, he's the actual Takamine. She's never gonna leave. She's gonna always be here. Like, that's not gonna be true. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, girl. It's not gonna happen. And once you graduate, it's over. It's over. You can't be Takamine anymore. But it's just the whole point. It's just it happened, and so they all end up leaving all bone rushing, getting all angry and butt hurt off of this. I'm like, it made any sense. I mean, that's why that's what has to happen. That's why you're not supposed to know this. You see, you went into something that's supposed to. You got hurt because you wanted to see what's going on. That's your own fault. That's your own fault. So she ends up leaving. That's how the episode basically ends off. And I'm curious what's going on. What's going to happen next? Because this is interesting to see, and see if Takamine is going to be mad at Kaneda because Kaneda is going to be the successor, or succeeding her. So I'm curious what's going to happen. This is really all interesting. It's really nice to see. I'm curious who the heck Sensei really is. Because it's an entity, we don't even see the face, and it's just like it's weird. And it's been and Sensei has been more active lately since the 77th generation has came. So I'm just curious what's all this going on. It's really getting me into the show. I really like the show a lot. So what are your thoughts on this episode? Leave your comments below. Like if you like this review, and subscribe to my channel for some more AKB0048 reviews. So yeah, it's been the Thabreakmasta, and until then, break out.